Hello there. I'm going to look at the redstone wiring I used to make my gate here. Basically, you have the gate, outside button input, and then it's attached to an AND gate and an RS NOR latch, and then another AND gate to control a gearbox, and it will turn it off or on, thereby affecting what the pulley does with that. You also have inputs from this pressure plate, which is connected to that RS NOR latch, which will automatically close it when you walk in, and these pressure plates, which is connected to the inside button, which will also close it when you walk by. Unless, of course, it's locked. You can lock it now, and it will stay down no matter which input is being clicked. And the lock is actually connected to the first AND gates, which we will see when we go down in there, which will make it so you can't mess up the RS NOR latches, and that's important. So we're going to go down this way. So basically you got initial AND gates hooked to both button and the lock. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. This is the lock. This is connected to the lock up there. And it goes and is connected to 4 initial AND gates, so the pressure plates and buttons won't go off if the lock is engaged. And when the lock is engaged, nothing works, which is exactly what you want. Now let's try and find... This is one of the buttons. I believe it's the outside button. So when both the lock and the button go on, it'll send a signal, switch the RS NOR latch, plop up here. I do some funny business up here. I reverse the output because the way the pulley works is you don't want a signal going on. You actually want lack of signal, because what'll happen is when it's powered, it will pull it up, and when it is not powered, it'll pull it down. So no output is closed while output is open. So that's why both of the outputs from the RS NOR latches are inverted. And then I had this AND gate here because I wanted to separate but not combine the outputs of here, so when you click one, just because the other one isn't clicked, it won't go off. So you need this AND gate here, which is the final AND gate, and it goes straight to the gearbox. No matter how better than wolves work because of mechanical power, to switch on and off these gates you need to power the gearbox, or not power the gearbox. What you could also do, which I didn't do, is if you go all the way up to the actual pulley, you could hook up redstone wire straight to the pulley and it'll stop all motion. So that could be also an additional lock if you wanted to do it that way. Basically what we saw over there, the RS NOR latch, and the first AND gate, the RS NOR latch, this is the pressure plate which will switch the RS NOR latch and thereby closing the pulley. And this is the AND gate connected to the pressure plate. This wire right here is that pressure plate. Basically how all this gets down here is I go wherever I am, I do this. Say like there's a button right above there. I just go down like this until I get here. Just keep going down. It's interesting where you end up. Sometimes you end up on top of something important, Sometimes you don't. But you make it work. So basically what is over here, this RS NOR latch and gate and gate hooked up to the locks and the button output and this pressure plate output is basically repeated underneath all of this crap. See, there's the lock, here's another AND gate, and the other AND gate, and this is the pressure plate. This is the RS NOR latch. This is the output of the RS NOR latch, and this is the input from the button. So basically that's all you need to do. All you need to know is AND gates and RS NOR latches and an inverter, which is just a block, a torch, and then outputs here, here, or that block. That block's also an output. And I did all this legitimately on my first Better Than Wolves. And it's pretty BA. Not gonna lie. Really like this mod. You guys should check it out. Flower Child, the guy who's doing the mod, is actually working on multiplayer. Well, actually, I'm not sure if he's working on it. He said he will be, but the more people that heckle him, the less he'll do it. And it's powered by that windmill up there. And I put it in this desert biome because windmills actually break when it rains. So that one, because it's in a regular biome, it'll break. So I don't have anything hooked up to it. And that's the redstone wiring through it. The gearbox actually goes down and then kind of turns around and goes back up to the other side to power the pulley. Here it is powering the pulley. Here's the pulley. And like I said, you could have redstone like right here. Took it on that if you wanted a manual brake. Just stop it. And that, my friends, is my game. The one bad thing is the speed, but to fix that, if you saw under there which gearbox it was powering, the closer that gearbox is to the actual pulley, the faster it'll be. It's just because it stops. See, right now it stops, so it let it down when it's powered. But the gearbox that's actually being turned off and on is way underground, so that mechanical power has to go boom, 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 boom. That's why it's so slow. But that can be fixed with clever wiring. I just wanted to focus on the aesthetics once I actually get this whole fortress thingamabob built. And at first I was thinking about doing, like, you know, all three of these things. Obviously I can't do that. But hey, I don't know, dude. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys will start playing Better Than Wolves. It is a most excellent mod with most excellent uses. Remember, this can be turned into an elevator too. It doesn't have to be straight up and down. Just make the platforms, and you basically sort of have the same setup. Probably, you have to work it, and it can pull up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fill all that in, and it can pull that. And what you could also do is you could, which I think is really cool, it could pull, let's see if I can do this. It can pull oblong shapes, basically. Say if you wanted, I don't know why you want this. Basically, I guess like that. It could pull that if an anchor was up there. And that's an anchor. You put that up there. You get the pulley without mechanical power. It lets rope down. With it pulls it up. So you just put some rope in the pulley. It pops down and connects itself to the anchor, and it works. And like I said, you can do oblong shapes. You can make really cool elevators, which is awesome. Like real elevators. None of the fake minecart stuff. Although, you know, minecarts and falling down with a water break might be faster, but, you know, it's just cool to have an actual elevator, dude. And that's that, my friends. That right there's a light block, by the way. It's not a glowstone block. That thing puts out 12 light level. Level 12. Goodbye.